Hi, it's me, Dylan, again. I know I haven't made a video for some time, but that's because I've been working on something else. It's a new type of video that I'll be putting on my channel. It's like a quiz videos, like trivia, what are you quizzes that'll tell you something about you. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing that in the near future, but I'm going to do another top 10 video right now. This is the top 10 Bob's Burgers characters. So I'm going to be listing them off. Just so you know, obviously the 5 last or 5 best are going to be the main characters. So number 10 is Jimmy Jr. Now, I think Jimmy Jr. is kind of a weird character. He is very fun, always dancing and acting awkward. But at least he's fun. And plus, he is a very nice guy compared to his father, who's always a little bit mean to Bob. So, he is at number 10, mostly because I didn't really have any other choices. He is still cool. Number 9, Teddy. Teddy. I like Teddy because, well, he was a good babysitter in those few episodes where he was a babysitter. He actually is kind of a little bit crazy from time to time when he doesn't get his burger. And he always gets burgers from Bob's Burgers. He also tried to get a workout regiment. He is a little bit crazy in some episodes, like I said before. But that's why he's at number 9. Number 8 is Mr. Fishoder. Mr. Fishoder is a very interesting character. I mean, he's a person who collects land money. He collects rent. Louise apparently wants to marry him, even though he's like a 50-something-year-old man. Apparently, his brother poked his eye out. I think I might have spoiled something. Just don't watch this if you haven't watched Bob's Burgers. Obviously, if you watch Bob's Burgers, you would have wanted to watch this. Yeah, number 7 is Ollie and Andy. I put them both at number 7 because they're basically the same character. So, I like Ollie and Andy for their creative mind, their craziness, and also their ability to tell if the other person is feeling something. There was an episode where I believe it was Ollie knew that something was being put or taken out of Andy's back pocket. I think he said, I can feel something coming out of Andy's pocket. And he wasn't even seeing it. They are pretty crazy and a little bit, what I should say, oblivious to the near eye. They kind of have like an off-putting glance, kind of looking nowhere. That's why they are at number 7. Number 6 is Mort. I like Mort because he runs a funeral home. Okay, that's not why I like him. That's just a fun fact about him, which you should know if you watch Bob's Burgers. But I like him because he's a little more saner than Teddy. And, yeah. Also, if you didn't know this, he actually wears a toupee. There is an episode where it comes off. Yeah, if you haven't seen the whole season, you may not have seen it. Or the series of seasons. Well, I like Mort because he's kind of funny. That's all I have to say. Number 5, Tina. Now, the reason why I put Tina near the bottom was because she's not as funny as the other characters. She's kind of a little bit... to put it in a few syllables or sounds, she's a little bit boring and always goes into like these Jimmy Jr. dazes. And her relationship with Jimmy Jr. is a little bit of an on-off relationship. You don't really know what the relationship is between them. That's why she's at number 5. Number 4 is Gene. Now, the reason why I put Gene so low on the list is, or compared to the others, is because he is a little bit disgusting. He's more interesting than Tina, but that's just my opinion. I know a lot of other people like Tina more than all the other characters, but this is my opinion. Just dislike it if you don't like it. And another thing that I have to say about Gene is, well, he has his good moments, like when he wears his burger suit, and also when he tells his funny stories, and has constant inappropriate jokes. And also how he constantly wants to be in, like, his underwear. Disgusting. But moving on to number 3, Bob from Bob's Burgers. Pretty much the main character. He owns his burger shop, but he kind of has like this very boring tone of voice. He's still very interesting with his backstory, having like being in a Bob's burger place. I mean, I think his father's name was Bob. His name was Bob Jr. And he actually grew up in a burger shop. He wasn't able to make his own ideas for burgers. He actually tried to, but then was put down, not in the killy way, but like in the more sad way. Yeah, the sad way. And like, he wanted to make burgers for their customers when he was at his dad's shop. It's very sad, his backstory, but it's actually a pretty nice how he has such a nice wife, kind of a crazy wife, and yet he stays so calm with his crazy children. And then him always being broke is sad. Yeah. Now down to number 2, Linda. Now, I like Linda because even though she's played by a male voice, she sounds so feminine. Yeah, she's very crazy. Her sister Gail is so funny. Yeah. She actually has a funny birthday episode where she gets, like, a ton of bad things happen to her. She gets taken off to a different direction. She loses her phone. Her keys get locked in her car. She gets sprayed by a skunk. Hopefully you've seen that episode, because then I'm just talking to someone who doesn't know anything about it. That's why she's at number 2. She's a very funny character and super fun. Now, I'm pretty sure you know this, but number 1, I will tell you after I say some honorable mentions. Now, I haven't done honorable mentions, but I really think that I should say a few. There are a ton of good characters out there in the Bob's Burgers universe. And one of them is Zeke, Jimmy Jr.'s best friend, the wrestler who keeps grabbing him. Yeah. Another honorable mention is Gail. Like I said before, she's Linda's sister, and yeah, she's a cat lady. Yeah, she has a love interest of some sort. Don't remember who. It was a while ago since I watched that episode. And this is actually a very odd side character, but Marshmallow. You may not know who she is. She's the black lady who has like that strap that goes down to her genitals. Yeah, those are some of the side characters, or the background characters, kind of like that dude who roller skates in a one of those very tight bathing suits, and no shirt on. Yeah, obviously he's a very side character. I don't really know why I'm bringing it up, but now that I've gotten that out of the way, it's time to move on to number 1, Louise. I love Louise because she actually is a lot smarter than you give her credit for. And even though she has like this tough and crazy exterior, you can see she does have a soft side. Even in the birthday episode where Linda gets taken off, you see how when she was younger, she went to a petting place in a supermarket, and apparently she was so cute with the dog. She's like, don't look into the eyes, don't look into the eyes. And when she did, it was like, oh, she's so cute. And you actually forget that she's actually only like 8 or 10. She kind of acts like a 18-year-old. And her twisted sense of humor is so funny. And like how she gets those giant nails on the sail cruise. Yeah, the funny cruise where Bob gets stuck on it and he has to cook. I love Louise. She is so crazy how she wants to marry Mr. Fishoeder. That is why she's at number 1. I just love her twisted personality. So I'm catching up on these videos, so sorry for this one being so late. But hopefully you like this video and subscribe. Bye!